Hey guys, Destiny Tech Human here, back with another video, and today we are going to be going over 30 new features found in Apple's iOS 14. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first new feature found in iOS 14 is the new Siri UI. So Siri got a little bit of a change, and now Siri only appears at that bottom part of the screen there when you activate her, and it doesn't take up the entire screen like it did before. So if you ask it a question, what is the weather like in Chicago right now? And it'll answer, and it only takes up that top little part of the screen, which is really nice because you can still see what's going on in the background, and it only takes up that little part of the screen, unlike before. And yeah, that's Siri. Alright, so the next feature found in iOS 14 is the home screen widgets. So this was probably the most awaited for and what people are most excited for after Apple's keynote. So as you can see, I have the fitness, podcasts, and news topic widget there, which shows me my baseball news. And if I swipe to the right here, I have my battery widget at the top, the medium battery widget, which shows me my percentages of my iPhone and my Apple Watch battery, and it'll show me my headphones when I connect them. And as you can see, I have the large weather widget, and then large podcast widget and calendar widget right there as well. And if I swipe to my today view, I have my music playlist at the top, which shows me my recently viewed playlist, and then my podcast. Then I have my calendar and battery again. Then I have my weather, screen time, maps, and all the old widgets that I used at the bottom that fit into the new look as well. So the way you enter into jiggle mode in iOS 14 is you press and hold on anywhere where there is no app and it enters into jiggle mode. Then you click that little plus button, the top right corner, to add a new widget. So you can scroll through the widgets, pick which one you like. I'm going to choose the notes widget. And so you can use that note, will just show one. You can use their folders. I will use the medium folder widget for the sake of this. And I'll put it at the top of my home screen. And now I can view or tap on any of the notes. And I can see this is a blank one, so it wasn't a really good example. But you can see your 3 most recent notes, and I'll go ahead and remove that now so I can get my news widget back on my home screen. So yeah, that is the widgets. Another new feature found in iOS 14 is there is a new call UI now where it doesn't take up the whole screen. This has also been long awaited for and was great when we finally got it. So before, the calls would take up the entire screen, but now they don't. So as you can see, I will give myself a call here. And as you can see, the call only shows up at the top of the screen. And you can easily swipe through and continue doing what you're doing and ignore the call, or just click the decline button, and it's as easy as that. Another cool new feature found in iOS 14 that is integrated with the new sleep tracking on your watch is there is a new sleep mode for your iPhone that will give you a dimmed home screen and will show you widgets that you can easily access, and it just gives you a nice view. So if we go ahead and tap the little shortcut here, it turns on sleep mode and automatically turns on do not disturb. And if we lock our phone here and go back in, as you can see, it says sleep well. It shows you this dimmed home screen, and you have, it says your alarm is set for 9:45. It'll tell you your battery percentage of your Apple Watch if you have it charging, and you can just click that dismiss button when you want to go back into your phone, and we'll turn it off. But that is the cool new feature. And if you go into health, you can set up a schedule where you can, it'll automatically turn on and turn off at certain times. You can edit that and put your wind down shortcuts, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So yeah, that is sleep mode. So as you can see, we are in sleep mode right now. If you can see, there's that little button there. It says shortcuts. If you tap on that, then you have all these different little pop-ups that you can use, and they're actually little shortcuts. You have the alarm on, Open Libby, Spotify, Sleepiest Podcast, and you can edit that if you go into health. So if we open it up here, you can edit your wind down shortcuts, add another one, remove some. So if we go off, tap the shortcuts, and let's open podcasts. So if you tap on it and then just unlock your iPhone, then you'll go right into podcasts and you can just go where you were listening from. So a really cool feature that Apple kind of gave us out of the blue is the app library. So if we swipe over here to the app library, as you can see, all of my apps are sorted automatically into little folders that you can access by tapping those 4 little icons to go in and see what's in them. Or if you just tap on one of the big apps, it'll automatically launch them. But you have to tap on those 4 little icons to bring up the rest of the folder. If we scroll up here, there is a Siri suggestions and a recently added. And also, if you swipe up, then you can see all of the apps in a alphabetical view, and you can search from there. You can use that little wheel on the right to find them and type in whatever app and you can find it, like health, or you can actually type in the creator of it. So if I type in Google, it'll bring up all my Google apps like YouTube, Google Home, Google Maps, stuff like that. So a cool feature found in iOS 14 is the ability for your iPhone to have sound recognition. So if we swipe up, go to the control center and tap that little sound recognition button, that turns it on, and you can force touch on it, and you get all these different sounds that you can check off so that your iPhone will notify you when that sound gets rung, like doorbells, door knock, water running, car horn, stuff like that. And it actually works surprisingly well. So yeah, that's sound recognition. So if we go into settings here and sound and haptics and tap on reduce loud sounds, you can now set a max decibel limit for the speaker on your iPhone and for your headphones. It's more meant to be geared toward the headphones, but you can change it to 80 decibels, 75. You can change it and go all the way to 100, or yeah, 100. And if you keep it at a decibel level, like say 90, then it won't allow your headphones to go past that certain noise limit. And if we go into our Apple Watch here in the control center, there's actually a control center tab for that as well to help with the headphone accommodations. So if you go into settings here and scroll down to accessibility and go into audio and visual, there is a tab for headphone accommodations if you have Apple or Beats headphones that you can change from a balanced tone, vocal range, brightness you can change to a slight, moderate, or strong. You can change it for your phone and with media, and that's just a cool feature for Apple and Beats headphones. So also new in iOS 14 is there's a couple changes to the control center when you are in horizontal view. So if we go into Safari here and swipe up to the control center, as you can see, the volume and the brightness controls are now bigger and take up more space, so that there's not empty space, and then you have all your other control center widgets there. But to me, it looks really nice. It's just a nice new layout. The Spotlight search in iOS 14 got a couple new changes. So if we bring up the Spotlight search here and type in an app, let's type in YouTube. So if you type that in, before you're even finished typing out the app, you can already just hit go, and then it'll launch the app automatically for you, which is nice instead of having to tap it. With the app library now in iOS 14, there is a different look when trying to delete or remove an app from your home screen. So if you force press, you have the share and you have the edit home screen, but now it says remove app instead of delete app. And if you tap on it, then you can choose remove from home screen, delete it, or just cancel instead of just having that delete feature. So another cool new change that Apple added in iOS 14 is that you can remove pages from your home screen. So if you go into edit mode here and tap on those three little icons, if we go back on it, as you can see, there's this page that comes up, and you can tap on that little check mark and remove it. And when you go back in, then you'll see that it's actually just removed completely and you don't see it anymore. So that's kind of helpful when you have a bunch of apps that you don't want to see on your home screen. Then you can just remove them, and it doesn't take up a bunch of space, and you don't have a ton of different home screens. There's a new feature in iOS 14 where in settings, if you're really deep into settings, so let's just go really far into settings, you can now haptic press on the back button, and it'll bring up this little menu, and then you can just pick whichever one you want and go all the way back to settings, and then you don't need to tap the screen multiple times to get all the way back to the regular view. In iOS 14, we got a couple changes to the Shortcuts app. So if we open it up here, as you can see, I have 7 displayed there at the top and then more at the bottom because I made a folder where it's apps, and now the home screen thing is separated into folders. So if you create a folder, then it'll separate it on that page. But as you can see, if we click that little arrow, then we have all shortcuts, share sheet, Apple Watch, you have your sleep mode shortcuts, then you have your created folders. So staying with the Shortcuts app, there is new automations where you can actually change your watch face throughout the day. And there's some stuff with batteries, but so I have at 10 a.m. every day, I have my watch face set to the modular watch face, and then at 2, that's the modular watch face, and then at 2 p.m., I have my watch face set to the Siri watch face, and then at 6 p.m. every day I have it set to the color watch face. So that's just some cool new features. And also there is new automations for when your battery falls below or exceeds a certain percentage, you can set it to do something. So I have when my battery falls below 50%, set it to low power mode. So it'll automatically do that for me. And when my iPhone is connected to power, I have it to set the appearance to dark mode so that it charges faster if I don't already have it on dark mode already. So a cool new feature found in iOS 14 that we didn't have before, and I wish we had it before, but it's the ability to change the name of your non-Apple Bluetooth connected devices. So you can obviously change the name of your Apple Watch, you could change the name of your AirPods, but now you can change the name of any Bluetooth device that you have, which is pretty awesome. So with Apple acquiring Dark Sky, there's a couple changes to the weather app. So as you can see, you just have your hourly forecast, and it shows the percentage of rain at the times. And if you scroll down, you've got a little blurb there, and then you have all your information. But you can actually get the weather for the exact street that you live on. And there's also a couple new animation or new little icons, and it shows you the chance of rain throughout the day, throughout the week, and also throughout the day at the certain times throughout the day. And it's just a better weather app now. So there is now a new setting for the camera that allows the front facing camera to be mirrored instead of just how it was before, where it wouldn't mirror itself, and now there's a setting that you can toggle on or off that does that. In iOS 14, there was a bit of a redesign with the Files app. So if you launch it here, so you get all your recents right there, and if you click Browse and tap that Browse button, then you can see all of your folders, and it's just looks better, and it's nicely laid out now with that search bar at the top as well. And there is also, with the new widgets, there's a Files widget, which displays your recent files. If we add it there, let it refresh. As you can see, it shows all my recent files up there, which is quite handy. So there was also a redesign with the Music app. So they added a new Listen Now tab for Apple Music subscribers that gives you some suggestions and where you can pick up where you left off, stuff like that. And then you got the browse radio search like normal, and then the library. And there's now also haptic feedback when you tap on any of those buttons there, play, pause, skip tracks, which is quite nice. Also new in the Music app, you have the background when you're in the now playing mode is changed if you skip from song to song based on the album cover. So as you can see with that white album cover, the background goes to this whitish gray, but if you go back to the black background cover, then it goes to a pretty dark black, which is a really nice feature that Spotify had for a while, and now Apple's finally got it. Also, if we go into the Browse or Listen Now tabs, there's going to be some album covers that are live album colors, like your suggested playlist will have live album colors, which is cool. So a very cool new feature in the iMessage app is now you can pin conversations to the top. As you can see in Apple's example, you can have up to 9 conversations pinned at the top, and it's very easy to do on your device. Also new, you can now mention people in your group chats by just typing their name out, and there is a setting for that. If you go into settings, messages, now there is a notify me toggle that you can turn off and on. So in group messages, you only get notified if you are mentioned, and if you're mentioned, even if you have the group chat on silent and do not disturb, it will still ping you. Also new in messages, there is now the ability to reply directly to a message, and then you'll have that little conversation there instead of having to reply in the big conversation and have everyone see it easily. Then you can just reply to someone, especially in a group chat. That's very nice to have. So with the changes to the Music app and that Listen Now tab, podcasts also got that. Now they have that Listen Now tab, as you can see. So you have your up next, you continue what you're listening to. You have continue where you left off with those. You also have your browse still, and your library, as well as your search. And if we scroll down on the Listen Now tab, you have your recently played and your new latest episodes from the podcasts that you are subscribed to. So that's a welcome change. A really cool new widget in iOS 14 is there is a Siri suggestions widget that will suggest apps for you that change throughout the day. So if we scroll down here, and it's right there, if we add that to the home screen, it's a bunch of apps that the background blends in, so it looks like regular apps, except the writing is a little bit dimmer, not as bold. But you can tap on the app and it'll automatically launch it from that. And all those apps change throughout the day, and you could actually have 3 stacked on top of each other and have an entire home screen just filled with Siri suggestions app and not have any duplicates. Some people don't like it because if you put one, then there could be duplicates, but I really love it and it's awesome. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.